Bedelia Makes a Splash by Herman Paris. Chapter 5 Starstruck. Based on the map, Amelia had guessed that the sleeping cabin were pretty close to Mrs. Evan's house, but the hike was long, and when they finally arrived, Amelia was worn out. This made her think that the map was not all that accurate. Patrick had to the fall cabin and said, "Here you are, home sweet home, for the next 2 months." "Here," said Amelia, "for 2 months." She didn't want to be here. Here was camp. She wanted to be there, back home. Panic surged through her. She was still wearing street clothes. She started running right now. "Polaris? Who's Polaris?" asked Alice, tracing the letter covering the wooden placard next to the door. "Every cabin is named for a star," said Peggy. "I never heard of Polaris," said Amelia. "Is a Polaris a movie star, a rock star, a TV star?" asked Alice. "Polaris is a real star," said Peggy. "I'll introduce you one night." "I never met a real star," said Miss Amelia, despite herself. She introduced many. Maybe there was hope for Camp at Sherwood. Just then, laughter burst out into the cabin. It got louder when Peggy swung the door open and let them in. "Amelia and Alice," she said, "meet your fellow campers." There were a big tangle of arms and legs and white and blue uniforms on the floor at their feet. The tangle stopped rolling around but kept on giggling. "1, 2, 3, hats," said Ellie. The pile turned to 3 sprayed guys who got to their feet slowly. Each carefully kept at least one hand on the most beat-up teddy bears Betty had never even seen. "You ladies look like puppies wrestling over a chew toy," said Peggy. "I'd like you to meet Alice." Alice took a small step forward and waved. "And this is Bedelia Amelia," said Peggy, putting a hand on her shoulder. And Betty's eyes grew wide. Snapping her head around, she stared at Peggy, who smiled and winked. "Sorry, I just had to see the look on your face." She's Miss Amelia Bedelia," said Betty to the others. Peggy pointed at the other campers. "Meet Amy, Nanette, and Lisha," she said. "Nate," said Nate. Alicia, said Alicia. "You forgot the Ash." "Sorry," said Peggy. "I'm still learning your names." "All our first names start with A," said Amelia. "Hey, that's right," said Peggy. "You're straight A." The girls looked at one another and nodded. They felt just like they had been admitted to secret club. "That's cool, but it's pretty weird," said Amy. "That's life," said Alice. Amy, Alicia, Amelia, Alice, and Nate. "C'est la vie," said Nate. "That's French," whispered Alice to Amelia. "C'est la vie." "Look over at Annette," she said. "You're not from around here." "I'm from Paris," said Annette. "My mother grew up in America. She spent every summer here at—" Peggy blew her whistle. Ladies, she said, clapping her hand after each word. "You'll have hours and hours to get to know one another. Now it's time for the opening ceremony. Follow me." Peggy took the lead set a rig pace for about 5 seconds. Suddenly she stopped so abruptly that the girls had into one another like dominoes. Wow, said Peggy. She held up both hands and began walking down the line of camping, hiding when she came to Amelia. "What's wrong with this picture?" she asked. "What picture?" said Amelia. Peggy smiled and said, "You need to put the U into uniform." "Oh no, her camp uniform. I'll go change," said Amelia. "No time," said Peggy. "Grab it and bring it with you. You can change when we get there." Betty had turned to walk back to the cabin where Peggy blew her whistle. Run, run, run! Called Padgy, clapping after each word. Amelia raced to the cabin and placed a uniform clutching it under her arms. Amelia sprinted back to the group. She straight A as cheer. Aliga! Yelled Padgy. We'll get there on time with the jug. Everyone had already got around the flagpole. Padgy peeked out and spotting the ring of the campfire full Polaris cabin to stand. We'll gather right here wait for the breakfast, lunch, and dinner, she said. So if there are any announcement or schedule changes or if someone sees Bigfoot, we'll know right away. Who has a Bigfoot? Asked Alicia. Mrs. Evans, said Miss Annette. Oh no. My mother says she laughed about it herself. Amy said, I bet they stink too. Said Peggy. No campus is allowed to say anything bad or mean about other campus. That goes for Mrs. Evans too, and all the Casellas. Then she clapped 3 times and said, Mrs. Evans will be here any minute. Amelia put on her uniform. Where? Said Amelia. Right here, said Peggy, pointing at the ground. In the middle of the camp? Said Amelia. Right now? It's just us, said Alice. Hurry! Out in the open? Said Amelia. We'll shoot you, said Alicia. She and the 3 other girls got around Amelia their back to her. Their army intellect. Excellent teamwork, said Peggy. Amelia was taken off her jeans when she heard some shocking news. Here come the guys from the cabin next door, said Alicia. Guys, are you kidding? Said Amelia, huffing around in her bare feet and quickly pulling her shirt. I said this camp was for guzzling. I've only met Sam and Alex, said Amy. Amelia couldn't see any guys, and she hoped that they couldn't see her either. She took off her t-shirt. Cheers is nice, said Amelia. Said Annette. Amelia struggled into her camp shirt. She got her arms through the sleeves, but her head was stuck. She turned around and around the circle. She felt like a finally. Hi, Danny. Hi, Tony, said Alicia. Danny and Tony, yelled Amelia. Are you serious? No, we're Polish, said Annette. There's Cyrus. Amelia stumbled over some worn food and down she went, taking the other polish with her. The good thing was that her hat popped down through the neck of her shirt. The bad thing was now she could see Mrs. Evans striding straight toward her. Goodbye.